I'm gonna rub your belly.
So I watched It, the film based on Stephen King's novel of the same name. Technically it's a mini-series with just 2 episodes. Stick them both together, hey, you got a movie. With that being said, was it any okay? Let's see what do. Man, this movie's so Stephen King. I bet Stephen King looked at it and said, dude, man, dial back to Stephen King a scotch, dog. Dang. I'm gonna take my belt off. You know it's Stephen King when you got characters with names like Georgie, and Richie, and Eddie, and Mikey, and Benny, and Frankie, and Davy, and Danny, and Pennywise the dancing clown. Alright, we got your average run-of-the-mill tale of an evil, psychotic, interdimensional clown who kills children. What a bag of butts. And they all float. To digress a little, how come every funeral and every movie ever made is in the dang rain? You might find this hard to believe, but the deceased corpse doesn't have anywhere to be. Wait for it to pass. Who is so impatient that they're gonna make everyone stand in the miserable rain because they can't wait 1 hour for the deadly thunderstorm to pass? It's bullcrap! I honestly found the plot of part 1 to be very engrossing and interesting. It's the best movie about an ugly clown since Pretty Woman, although I thought it might have been a tad too Stephen King for my taste. You've got generic 60s kids being generic 60s kids in a generic small 60s town during the 60s. Dude loves the 60s. You got the greased-haired bully, the frail asthmatic, the fat kid, the girl, the kid with the black rim Hank Hill glasses, and striped shirts galore. The movie, or miniseries, takes place in 2 timelines, one where the characters are kids, and the other where they're all growed up. The parts where they were adults I honestly didn't care much for. There's something about a clown terrorizing grown men that makes it less scary somehow. Needs my Lipitor. The music was also good. You got great creepy synth work. It does teeter a bit on the generic early 90s horror music side, but it was good nonetheless. I thought the acting of part 1 was surprisingly on point considering the cast was predominantly children, and this was made for television. That's right, It is a made-for-TV movie, miniseries, whatever. I was so surprised this wasn't shown in theaters. The production quality is outstanding for 90s TV. Keep in mind that's not saying too much. I must say though, Tim Curry steals the show as Pennywise. That guy is 100% creep sauce. He's so creepy, he's weird. His head is misshapen and sometimes he has fangs. He can literally turn into anything and no one but the people he terrorizes can even see him. I kept the diapers close by and I'll be darned if I didn't go through that whole pack, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta tell you, this entire second half of this 3+ hour scare fest seemed unneeded. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I found it hard to care about these characters as adults. Even though they weren't that memorable as kids to begin with. Part 2 is like the direct-video Disney sequel that no one asked for but every parent bought. Part 1 wrapped up so nicely. Yeah, I know the novel doesn't end there, but come on, that book's like 9,000 pages long. 9,000. I don't care what happens to the kids when they grow up. It's the same hokey plot as before, but with different people playing the same hokey characters. Again, part 2 wasn't bad, it just seemed totally unneeded. I will say that the final showdown at the end was pretty cool. Let me tell you, it got weird. It is a mixed bag, but still worth watching, if just for Tim Curry's stellar performance. While I thought it was an hour and a half longer than it needed to be, the movie had some good, original spooky dookiness, and Pennywise is the scariest clown there ever was. Truth be told, without him the movie probably would have sucked the big one. By the way, have you seen the new Pennywise? How do they mess him up so bad? It looks like Syndrome from The Incredibles wearing a dress. I'm not even being silly, look at it! Look at it! Why is he dressed like a porcelain doll? That's not scary, that's just stupid. I feel sorry for that guy. I bet his girlfriend left him for being a total weirdo. Scratch that. I bet his imaginary girlfriend left him, because even in his dreams he can't get nobody. Whatever. I'm gonna end up seeing it anyway. We shall see. Anyways, even though it has huge issues, I would still recommend It. And as always, stay squirrely.